Welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka, and today is the 18th of October. It's a very special day. It's a Thursday, and they actually have a very special feature on the major daily, and this is regarding the 33rd National Conference of Chartered Accountants. Yes, the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Sri Lanka. If you haven't seen it, it's actually it features the speeches winning country, corporate citizen. And it features actually the two gentlemen who we will be talking to right now. So I'm just going to read from how it's written on the paper. We have closest to yours truly is the chairman of the National Conference Technical Committee, Mr. Dulita Pereira. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And of course, on the couch with us is Mr. Lasanta Vikramasinghe, the chairman of the National Conference Committee 2012. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So today is a very special day for, of course, the National Conference Chartered Accountants. It's a 33rd meeting, and so what happens today for those just wondering how important today is?
Today will be the ceremonial inauguration day, and followed by tomorrow there will be a technical session full day, and Saturday half a day the technical session. Thereafter we have the international conference on integrated reporting.
Okay, we are actually mostly going to talk about what's happening on Saturday, but just for information of our viewers and those coming in for the conference, what's tomorrow's session is all about?
Tomorrow is actually going to be completely technical sessions and half a day of Saturday. So we would deliberate on our theme, which is winning. And that is at country, corporate and citizen level. We would start off with the winning economy, and then we would move on to winning strategy, and then winning against the odds, and winning attitudes, people aspect. And day after tomorrow morning we will have a winning image session which will bring to a close of the technical sessions, and thereafter we would have the international conference on integrated reporting in the latter part of Saturday.
Now for our viewers, the bad news is registration for the conference is already closed. It's all full, but thankfully, because of technology, you can still be part of the conference by logging on to the website casrilanka.com and go online and watch the conference on comfort of your home on your computer. So that's what you can do if you cannot be physically with them. Okay, now let's get into what's happening on Saturday, the International Conference on Integrated Reporting. The flyer reads, integrated reporting is a new approach to corporate reporting that demonstrates the linkages between an organization's strategy, governance, and financial performance and the social, environmental, economic context in which it operates. By reinforcing these connections, integrated reporting can help businesses to make more sustainable decisions and enable investors and other stakeholders to understand how an organization is really performing. Now, looking at and trying to understand what was just on the flyer. There's a lot of secrecy involved when it comes to business, especially when it comes to accountants. There've always been, sadly, a misconception that if you want certain things to be hidden, you go and talk to your accountants or a group of accountants. Sadly, that's always been your reputation. So how important is this conference on integrated reporting to most people and also those about to join the accounting industry? Like, why integrated reporting? How much can be revealed? Can I just put it that way?
I mean, all businesses have to survive.
Yes, sir.
So they got to be mindful about their competitors as well. Therefore, there is a certain amount of information that they got to safeguard in order to survive.
That's true.
So I don't think they are deliberately hiding any
Sadly, probably because of Hollywood. That's been a reputation of accountants everywhere. You have to admit that's always been that's quite been the rep. Well, sadly has been attributed to everyone in the accounting firm.
Yeah, I would think the accountants are supposed to be reporting using a certain framework which is given. So there are things that you can do and there are things that you can't do. So within this framework, how effectively you do the disclosures and make the presentation of your financial statement numbers is what matters to an accountant. Then from an accountant's point of view, what we are really looking at a way forward is how are the accountants going to help development at the country, corporate, and at the individual level. How are you going to really change this attitude of our people? Because if you change the attitude of people, the way they react to things, the way they look at things, the way they, represent, that will make a lot of change. And that is the way forward we accountants should be going. So in that context, I think a step has been taken towards integrated reporting. And this is at a very early stage at the moment, really to comment on, because internationally as well, they are in the process of developing the framework. So many more to come, but the Institute of Chartered Accountants being in the forefront of these developments, we thought it is appropriate that we take this up at the conference this year.
Well, very well said. Mr. Lasanta, like what Mr. Dolita just mentioned, it is it's in baby steps technically for integrated reporting. But for those about to join the conference, what can they expect without revealing much? If also, you could touch a little bit into the keynote speaker, Mr. Jonathan Lippery, who is the director of the International Integrated Reporting Council. Just a little peek into what's happening on Saturday.
Basically, he will deliberate on the framework and how the corporate should get ready for integrated reporting and what issues that they will face, and basically they will deliberate on the way forward and how other accountancy bodies should line up in order to cater the requirements. So basically those areas they'll be touching upon.
So for those of our viewers watching right now, attending such a conference, for those first-timers, what is the main advantage of going for it, especially since it is already the 33rd national conference? Is it more? This is more than just knowing the people, networking, more than just gaining additional knowledge. What is more the advantages of?
In the current context, I think the accountants are bogged down with work on their table. But we want them to look at the wider perspective of the global economy. Globally, what are things that are happening? We have an eminent panel who is well experienced, very well balanced, both from local and international experts who would come and deliberate on these issues. Economy, what is happening in and around our country, in the region and globally. From a strategy point of view, what is happening, what are the new developments, how would we align ourselves, are things that we are going to talk about. Then from a governance point of view, what are the challenges that we face in the current context, what kind of independence norms can we maintain, are we really maintaining such independence, what kind of ethical barriers we have, those kind of stuff are going to be spoken at the event, and how an accountant would integrate into this governance structure is something that we would look at. Then these accountants are also responsible people managers. How would you really change attitude of people? How would you positively contribute towards making profits for an organization? Not really, I mean, the perception that you spoke of, if you need to change certain numbers, you go to an accountant. But more importantly, how would you do it in the right manner? Within the given framework, and more than historical accounting, how would we look at the future, and how can we really bring in that futuristic view to the financial statements? And then quite often you hear people in the marketing arena is always head on with the accountants, because the accountants are a bunch of guys who look at compliance and stuff like that, whereas the marketing guys are the ones in the forefront driving the business. But we want the accountants to see the look and feel of the marketing aspect and see how you would align yourselves to do the marketing.
Okay,
and
so we will just have to take a very short break. Yes, we will come back, and also we will take on the questions that have been presented for the conference on how open the members of the accounting community are towards these questions. We'll be back with more, so keep it here.